to another episode of
It's Science
on BishopBJJ.com. Today we're featuring Guilherme Mendes. The full study, complete with statistics, is available on BishopBJJ.com. In our write-up, we define Gui Mendes as someone who is insistent, both on top and bottom. Let me explain. In the matches we observed, Gui Mendes consistently put himself in a position to succeed. Very insistent on several specific techniques from the bottom and the top, so often this led to a guard pull. However, there were instances throughout in which he would use a fake guard pull to ankle pick that was very successful when he attempted it. The key trend that we saw in his game was that he consistently put himself in position to go right into, quote-unquote, his game. When sweeping and starting on the bottom, he would often use the berimbolo technique different from his brother, who we observed previously. He seemed to be more concerned about using the berimbolo technique to sweep to a positive position to which he could pass rather than taking the back. In doing so, he often placed himself ahead in the match, up on the scoreboards, and he could be patient with his passing game, which observedly appears to be a large strength of his. He would often fight for the top position very quickly, utilizing the berimbolo technique quite quickly in the match, and once he was able to get up on top, he would create a lot of pressure to force his opponent to make mistakes. And in some cases, he would find himself in a top position that was less than desirable from the sweep. But nevertheless, he was able to work into his amazing passing system, which proved to be the beginning of the end for many of his opponents. 82% of his passes were actually knee cuts from the half guard, as seen here. He would create lots of pressure from a submission attempt, whether it's a Bravo or a baseball bat style choke, and he would use that pressure underneath the head to pass the guard. In attempting these submissions, he would often let his opponent fight back to the guard, only to quickly pass again. By creating lots of pressure and only allowing his opponent to fight back just a little bit, he would often pass the guard of his opponent 3 or 4 times before actually securing his submission. Which is why it should come to no surprise to any of us that side control proved to be the ultimate ending point for many of his opponents. 77% of his submissions came from the side control position, and most of them were some form of collar choke or gi choke that he was able to finish from the top. The other thing that makes his side control position so threatening is the fact that he's able to take the back so flawlessly from there. In the matches that we observed, he was able to take the back from side control in every instance. And the only other submissions that he secured that were not from side control actually came from the back. So ultimately, they all stemmed from the side control position. Guilherme Mendes is a great case study for match control. He controls the match from its inception till its end, and that's why he was able to score first in 100% of his wins, and ultimately why he is so successful. Thanks for joining us on BishopBJJ.com.